Cancel.
Schweezy.
Okay. Oh, this next one's interesting. I finally got quoted by someone. So this has come from Yahoo Entertainment. Adele says she's finally ready to release 30. It was my ride or die, which is one of my EPs that's out now, throughout the most turbulent period of my life. So the wait is over. On Wednesday, Adele announced that her new album 30 will be dropping on November 19th, and from the looks of her latest Instagram post, it's sure to be one of her most personal albums yet. I was certainly nowhere near where I'd hoped to be when I first started it nearly 3 years ago, she writes of the album. Quite the opposite, actually. I rely on routine and consistency to feel safe. I always have, and yet there I was willingly even throwing myself into a maze of absolute mess and inner turmoil. I've learned a lot of blistering home truths about myself along the way. She continued, I've shed many layers, but also wrapped myself in new ones, discovered genuinely useful and wholesome mentalities to lead with, and I feel like I've finally found my feeling again. I go as far as to say that I've never felt more peaceful in my life, and so I'm ready to finally put this album out. The album, which is all about divorce, baby, divorce, as she told a fan during an Instagram Live over the weekend, acted as her saving grace while she healed from grief following her divorce from an ex, Simon Konecki, which was finalized earlier this year. It was my ride or die throughout the most turbulent period of my life, she said of the writing process. When I was writing it, it was my friend who came over with a bottle of wine and takeaway to cheer me up. My wise friend who always gives the best advice, not to forget the one who's wild and says, it's your Saturn return, babes, fuck it. You only live once. The friend who'd stay up all night and just hold my hand while I'd sob relentlessly, not knowing why. The get up and go friend who would pick me up and take me somewhere I said I didn't want to go, but just wanted to get me out of the house for some vitamin D. That friend who snuck in and left a magazine with a face mask and some bath salts to make me feel loved, while inadvertently reminding me not only what month it actually was, but that I should probably exercise some self-care. She added, and that friend who no matter what checked in on me even though I had stopped checking in with them because I'd become so consumed by my own grief. I've painstakingly rebuilt my house and my heart since then, and this album narrates it. Home is where the heart is. X. In an interview with Vogue, Adele explained that 30 wasn't just for her, but also for her 9-year-old son, Angelo. I just felt like I wanted to explain to him through this record when he's in his 20s or 30s who I am and why I voluntarily chose to dismantle his entire life in pursuit of my own happiness, she said, adding of the whole experience. It made him really unhappy sometimes, and that's a real wound for me in that I don't know if I'll ever be able to heal. If I can reach the reason why I left, if I can find that happiness and he sees me in that happiness, then maybe I'll be able to forgive myself for it. She added, I want my son to see me really love and be loved. It's really important to me. I've been on my journey to find my true happiness ever since. It just wasn't right for me anymore, she said of her marriage. I didn't want to end up like a lot of other people I knew. I wasn't miserable, but I would have been miserable had I not put myself first. I feel like this album is self-destruction, then self-reflection, and then sort of self-redemption, she explains, but I feel ready. I really want people to hear my side of the story this time. So very interesting. One, I'm very happy that Adele shouted out Ride or Die, my 2 EPs, Ride or Die Volume 1 and Ride or Die Volume 2, which is out now wherever you're streaming music like Spotify, Apple, Tidal, YouTube. You know the drill. So it's really cool. I'm very thankful. Thank you, Adele, for shouting me out in this recent interview and the multiple different interviews that you did talking about Ride or Die Volume 1 and 2. I'm just really blessed. And guess what?
And I really like that.
So that's something I hope you remember me by. All I ask is if this is my last night with you, hold me like I'm more than just a friend. So, I don't know why I just sang there, and I actually tried really hard, and it probably didn't come out very well. I needed to cough, too. I think it's really interesting. Don't know what I'm going to think of the album. I want to listen to the album before I give any judgments. I know everyone kind of gives Adele the benefit of the doubt as being one of the GOATs of songwriting and songs and shit like that. I want to listen to the album before I do anything. That's just
this is the type of guy you get.
So that is something I'm going to take care of before I do anything. But I'm really excited. Back in November is when the next album comes out. I'm really excited for that shit. We'll see where the world will go from there. I'm super excited, and
I like that.
So yeah, I guess that's what I'm going to say about this. All right. Hey, thank you for checking out that highlight from Cancel Schweezy. Now, I hope your brain cells don't hurt. We got more highlights available now everywhere. We also got more full episodes as well. If you want to watch a full episode of Cancel Schweezy, available now, right here, right now, available now. If you liked everything, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you get notified when new highlights and episodes come up. And leave a comment, like, and stay awesome.